Hello friends, so today in this topic I'm going to talk about my favorite topic, that is the phytohormones. Okay, and as I says, it is the beauty of biology that sometimes with the words only you are going to understand what does it mean. So phytohormones, phyto means plant, and they are the hormone belonging to the plants. They are known as phytohormones. Okay, so first of all, if in the examination the definition is asked, okay, then what will you write? It's a naturally occurring, okay, naturally occurring organic molecules. Okay, or we can also say that they are chemical messenger. Okay, so phytohormones can be defined as a naturally occurring organic molecule or the chemical messenger that affects the plant physiology and the responses. Okay, so broadly there are phytohormone. They can be divided into 5 groups. Okay, so the first one is auxin, then we have cytokinin, then we have gibberelins, then we have ethylene, that's a gaseous hormone, ethylene or ethylene. Okay, and the fifth one is ABA, abscisic acid. Okay, so these are the main 5 kinds of phytohormones. Okay, so the things you have to remember with the phytohormones is that their level vary in all plant cells. Okay, got it. So now a brief before moving on to the auxin, just the role that is the phytohormones are playing basically. So the first role, they are playing role in the growth and development of the plant. Okay, or the tissue where they are present in a high quantity. Okay, then the second one is the stress tolerance. Third, they assist in reproduction also. Okay, and I will write here only that they will play a role in the stress tolerance as well as the defense response of the plant. Okay, so these are the 4 basic role of the phytohormones. Okay, now let's talk about the auxins. I will do it like this so that you can see it clearly. Now we are going to talk about the auxins. Okay, so first of all, what is auxins? So it is a weak organic acid. Okay, that is structurally similar to tryptophan. Okay, so we all know that tryptophan is the amino acid. Okay, so auxin is the weak organic acid that has structure similarity to the tryptophan. Okay, so there are different types of auxins. Okay, so first we will talk about the role of the auxins, or function or role. Okay, then we'll talk about the examples. So here is the auxins. Okay, so the first foremost role, if somebody asks that what auxin do, is the cell growth and elongation. Okay, the second role of the auxin is that it exhibit apical dominance. Okay, so what does it apical dominance means? When the auxin is higher present in the higher concentration, It will suppress the growth of the lateral bud, okay, and it will promote the apical growth. Then auxin also play a role in the fruit development, okay. For example, in tomato, if there is a high concentration of auxin, then the fruit formation will occur without fertilization, okay. The fourth function of the auxin is it prevent the premature dropping of leaf, fruits and flowers, okay. So prevent premature dropping of tissue, okay. So it can be any tissue, it can be leaf, it can be fruit, okay. The fifth is it promotes fruit formation, okay. That's why usually due to this root formation induced by the auxin, it is used in tissue culture to promote to develop the root from the cut stem end, okay. And it is also used in vegetative propagation methods, okay. Then there is the seventh rule is that it regulates the environmental responses, okay, of the plant. It regulate plant responses, okay, to stress. Okay, so these are the main role. In addition to this role, the auxin, the latest finding has suggested that auxin also play the role in ethylene biosynthesis, okay. Okay, okay, and it's also the important component for hormone interaction, okay. It will, the auxin will readily interact with the cytokinin, okay, and other hormones also like ABA, gibberelin, okay, ethylene. So these are the main chief role of the auxin. Now we will talk about the example. So example is IBA, that is the indole butyric acid. Then there is indole acetic acid, okay. Then we have the naphthalene acetic acid, okay. Then 2,4-D, that is dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, okay. These all are auxins, okay. So now after auxin, we will move on to the next hormone. So the next hormone we are going to talk about is the cytokinin. So the name itself suggests cyto means cell, kinin means the division. So this particular phytohormone is involved in the cell division, okay. So if we talk about what is cytokinin, then they are the adenine derivative, okay. So these are adenine derivatives with isoprenoids, aromatic sites, okay. So these chain, they are present at nitrogen 6 position of the adenine ring, okay. So basically the cytokinins, they are divided into two, okay. So two types. First is the isoprenoid cytokinin, and then we have the aromatic cytokinin, okay. So this isoprenoid is the most commonly occurring, okay, and it is found in most of the species, plant species, okay. And this is occurring in only few species such as poplar and tobacco, and there are some other also species also, okay. So the next difference between the two is that the isoprenoid cytokinin, the examples are IP, that is the isopentyl adenine. Okay, then zeatin. Okay, there is trans-zeatin and cis-zeatin also. Okay, and trans-zeatin is the most active one. Okay, and the example of the aromatic cytokinin is orthotopylin. Okay, there is benzyl adenine also. Okay, and in like these are the natural cytokinin. So there are some synthetic cytokinin also. Synthetic means they are synthesized by the humans. Okay, so these synthetic cytokinins, they are used in vegetative propagation and tissue culture. For example, there is kinetin. Okay, so if somebody asks that which is the natural cytokinin, then zeatin is a natural cytokinin. And if somebody asks you about that kinetin, what is kinetin, then you can say that it is a synthetic cytokinin. So now let's quickly come to the function or the role of cytokinin. Okay, so I will write it here, CTK, in the short. So the first function of the cytokinins is stimulation of cell division. Okay, so I told you already, cyto means cell, kinin is division. Okay, so it will stimulate the cell division. Okay, then this cytokinin, it delays senescence. Okay, so senescence means the plant will, the aging process of the plant will be slowed, and eventually the lifespan will be elongated. Okay, then cytokinin play a role in stress tolerance improvement. Okay, then root formation, they promote the root formation also. This is fourth role. Yeah, they also help in the chloroplast differentiation. And obviously they take place in hormone interaction, hormone interaction. Okay, and if we talk about one more role of the cytokinin, then they enrich the plant nutrient. Okay, enrich plant nutrient. So this is the seventh role of the cytokinin in the plant. Okay, so there are some advanced research also on the cytokinin that suggests that it play important role in plant pathogen interaction. Okay, but some reports are suggesting that they play inhibitory role, and some says that they play the promoting role. So it's depend, I think, on the species to species. Okay, so basically these are the role of the cytokinin, phytohormone, in the plant. So the next hormone we are going to talk about is the ethylene, and it is also the natural phytohormone. And the most important thing associated with it, ethylene, is that it is the gaseous hormone. Okay, so let's come quickly to the function of the ethylene. I will abbreviate ethylene as the ETH. Okay, so first role of the ethylene is that it promotes the root growth. Okay, okay, and it also plays the role in the formation of the root hair, and the formation of root hair, it will increase the plant water and nutrient absorption. So it is very important for the plant. Okay, then obviously if you talk about the ethylene, then it is used for commercially for fruit ripening. Okay, so it will just not only change the softness of the fruit, it will also change to the color also. Okay, and it will give the sweet texture to the fruits. Okay, so usually what they do, that sometimes they will harvest the not the fully matured fruit. They will just take one step, like fruit which is more than half ripened, and then they will either introduce the ethylene or the one or two mature fruit in the bulk. They will just release the ethylene gas naturally, and then other fruit will ripen. Okay, so this is how the long transport of the fruit is done. Otherwise, if we pluck the fruit at the ripened stage, then they will be like they will be destroyed. Okay, so however, if there is more ethylene, then it will promote the senescence. Okay, and ultimately leading to the death of the tissue. Okay, so the fourth role is it play a role in the stress response of the plant. Okay, so usually ethylene is produced in the tissue during the stress, and for example in response to the wounding, flooding or pathogen attack, and the production of ethylene helps the plant to adapt to these stresses. Okay, the fifth rule is that it affects the seed germination. Okay, so either it can inhibit seed germination in few species, okay, and in some species it is known to promote the seed germination. Okay, so next role of the ethylene, if we say that it helps in the flowering. Okay, it promotes flowering, and even sex determination in plants. So if there is more of ethylene, then there is like production of more female. So example in cucumber and melons. Okay, in cucumber and melons, the ethylene concentration will determine that it will be a male flower or female flower. Okay, and obviously last and not the least, that it is also the component of hormone interaction. Okay, so next we are going to talk about the abscisic acid. Okay, this is also known as stress hormone because it is produced in the plant under stress conditions. So if in the examination it is asked that which is the stress hormone, then you have to write EBA, abscisic acid. Okay, so it will help the plant to perform better under the stress condition. Okay, so it is mainly produced under stress condition, like if there is a drought, there is the ABA content will go up. Okay, ABA content will increase. Okay, and how it will prevent the plant to fight the drought, it will close stomata. Okay, the high concentration of ABA, it will close stomata so that there is less or minimized or no loss of water. Okay, so this is the way how it acts. Okay, and another thing is about it that it promotes seed dormancy. Okay, and this is very important trait, because if the seed will germinate before the favorable condition, they will die, they are not able to survive, right? So this is phytohormone is keeping the seed under dormant condition, and it prevents its germination before the favorable. Once the favorable condition is there, then it will let the seed germinate. So now let's quickly talk about the point-wise role of the ABA. The first one is the regulation of cell division. Okay, so again in few ABA is shown to inhibit, and in few species it is shown to promote the cell division. Okay, then just now we talk about the second function is the seed dormancy. Okay, this is the second. Then the third rule is that embryo development. Okay, so I told you this high concentration of ABA, the seed will be dormant, but upon in the favorable condition, the ABA content will decrease, and then germination will happen. That will lead to the embryo growth. Okay, so the fourth function of the EBA is root development. Okay, the fifth is role of the EBA is fruit ripening. So it will interact with the ethylene level, and it will promote the ripening of the fruit also. Then the sixth role is the ABA. It will promote leaf senescence. Okay, so it will cause the leaf. If there is high concentration, then it will promote the leaf senescence. Okay, and the last but the not the least, that it is involved in hormone interaction. Okay, so I'm trying to cover in detail about this phytohormone for you. Okay, so but you know there is a difference between enzyme and hormones. Okay, so hormone, it can be polypeptide, terpenoid or steroid also, but enzymes are always protein. I hope this is clear to you, because this is also the question asked in the examination, that what is the difference between enzyme and hormones. Okay, so if you want to see that, then go for my you can check out my video on the differences between the enzymes and the hormones. I have given them in the pointwise manner. Okay, so now gibberelins. So this is the elongation related phytohormone. Okay, so what does it do? Suppose if we have a plant. Okay, this is the normal plant. Okay, if we apply gibberellin, or if it has very high gibberellin, then this plant will only grow to this length, okay, or this height, and this is because of the gibberellin. Okay, so but it not only control the elongation, it also affects the germination, flowering and fruit. Okay, but the main chief prime dominant role is in the elongation. Okay, so there are some active and inactive gibberellin. Okay, and if we talk about the active ones, then GA3 is the most active one. Then there is gibberellin acid 1, GA4 and GA7. Okay, these are active gibberellin acid. Okay, active gibberellins. Okay, and there are some inactive also. For example, there is GA12, GA9, okay, and then GA20. These inactive forms, okay, they are not directly involved in the response due to the gibberellin, but they are produced they are used in the formation of the active gibberellins. Okay, so they act as a precursor. So let's quickly talk about the functions of gibberellins. In the short, I will write GB, not GB, GA. Gibberellic acid. Okay, so the first one is the foremost important role is the stem elongation. Okay, and how it is doing the stem elongation? It will promote the cell division, okay, and internode elongation. Then it play role in the seed germination. Okay, so the application of the gibberellic acid, it will break the seed dormancy and it will trigger the germination, okay, by mobilizing the stored food reserves. Okay, the third important role of the gibberellic acid is the induction of flowering. Okay, it means that it promotes the flowering by promoting the transition between vegetative phase to the reproductive development in the plant. Okay, so the fourth one is the fruit development. Okay, so the gibberellin influences the fruit size and shape by regulating the cell division and expansion. Okay, and the fifth one is the leaf expansion. So I hope the point-wise function of these phytohormones are clear to you. I tried to cover all the known function of these phytohormones, so that in this single video only, so that you can easily, before if you have exam or something, then you can easily go through this single video only and then quickly learn the of various phytohormones. Okay, so I hope you like the video, and please watch my videos for such to the clear cut and precise information. Okay, thank you for watching the video.